Hello everyone, it's Helen here. Thank you so much for joining me today. So today I have a brand new launch. This is called Simply Scrapbooks and there is something here for everyone. So we are basing this off the Medium album, which I know a lot of you have already, and we've got loads of new goodies to play with. So these are some of the album samples that I have here. I have a couple from Vicky, a couple from myself, and throughout the lives and next shows. No. Hi everyone, it's Helen here. Thank you so much for joining me today. So today I have a brand new launch from Simply Made Crafts at our new home at Craftworld, and all the links will be left down below. So this new launch is called Simply Scrapbooks and this is so much fun. It is based off the Medium album die, so if you have that already, there are loads of new goodies that you can add to this, and if you're brand new, I will walk you through everything as well today. So these are some of the album samples that I have here. So we have a new stitched in detail here, some new inserts as well for pages, and as I said, it also works with the Medium album, so you can do a hybrid sort of album. So we have the stitched pages in here working alongside the actual Medium album pages, so some of you will recognize this already. So let's jump straight in. So we'll be going through this in a few different sections. That's the easiest way for me to show you this whole collection. So the first section is me showing you the base building sections. So we're going to be starting off with the Medium album die set. So this is what this whole collection is based off, with all of these extra add-ons here. Now here's a quick album just to show you what this die set makes. It makes this beautiful album, and you will have the option to do a hard cover, but this is without the hard cover, just using the dies. So again, you got the pockets there, and you have the choice of having the pockets at the top or the side. So we're now introducing something really easy for you guys to make the hard wrapped cover, which are these grey board covers already cut. So it's all pre-cut for you, and you also get a choice of 2 spine widths basically. So you get the front and the back, and then a choice of your 2 spines. So this 2-inch one here will make this one, I think it's 2 inches. Let's get some measurements for you. Yes, it's 2 inches. And then we have the more narrow one, which is 3/4 of an inch. Now I do have an album with that made up as well. Here we go. This is what it looks like. It does look like it's got a bit thicker, but that is what happens when you do your wraps cover. It does widen it slightly. So I'm super glad to have these all pre-cut. Super exciting. So next up, we have some brand new pre-cut, pre-folded pages for the Medium album. Now these are supposed to be sewn in, and we do have a new tool for this, which I will get to in just a moment. Let's get these pages out and you can have a look at them. Again, these are sized for the Medium album, so you can make a hybrid album if you want to, like we've done here. We have the Medium album pages here, and then we have a sewn in section just there, or you can just make an album with all of these. This is 1 pack of those pages there. So let's open this up. I'm hoping you'll be able to see it's quite bright. Here we go. There we go. So you can make your little stack there, make your little signature, and then you can sew that in. Before we get to that sewing in, we're still on the base pages, so I will show you the tool for that in a moment. We also have a brand new A5. I've just double checked, it's slightly smaller than A5, so I'll give you some measurements. This measures 8, just under 8 by 5.5, and this is really special. It has dividers inside as well. Here we go. This is absolutely stunning. I have that upside down, and it's hard backed as well. That is actually very thick grey board. Let's see if I can get a millimetre for you, measurement for you guys, and let's see. So that's upside down. That is a 3mm thick grey board, and these are 1mm thick. Adding your layers and wraps will thicken that up. And we have some lovely dividers in here as well, and loads of pages in between. So this will make the perfect little project journal if you want to do a little section for each one. There's loads that you can do with this, and as it's a bare back as well with the grey board, you can decorate that and spray it and cover it with paper, decoupage on it and everything. So this is actually the back here, because it's got that little section. That is actually the back. Let's turn it over. There we go. Right, so let's move on now to the tool where I said that you can use that to help make the stitching super easy. Okay, we have a new bookbinding tool. Now I'll pop a picture here of the markings that I have made to personalise this for the medium album. I've used pencil here and a black Sharpie pen. It'll be easier if I take this off. These just unscrew, and there are tutorials available for this over the next coming days on how to use this tool, how to mark your tool to make it for the medium album, and also how to use it and stitch the pages in as well. So as you can see, I've used a black Sharpie pen here, and if you have any of my other album sizes, you could, or anything else that you want to personalize this for, you can use a different color Sharpie pen to mark your holes. And I will say, marking your holes is so much easier when you actually go to process and make your holes into your pages, because you're not really going to go wrong and poke it in the wrong hole, having to count every time. So I do have a pencil line here and there. I will have a picture that you can download. I'll leave the link for that down below. That's just the basic setup on how I've done this for the medium album, and this will also work if you're going to be using this with the small album as well. So basically you would make your little signature. There'll be like maybe a stack of 5 of these, and you'd pop that there, line it up with your line, pop that in, and I have 2 lines at the bottom here showing you which way to do it, because obviously this hardback cover here is bigger than the pages, so you do need a little bit of a different measurement. And then these just screw in to make your holes, and then you do the same for this as well. And it also comes with a little kit for you to do some sewing. It comes with the awl as well for you to make your little pokey holes through, and 2 little needles there. You can have the straight one or the curved one, as well as some waxed thread as well. And if you really enjoy this, I would definitely recommend trying out different waxed threads, and those should be available quite easily on Amazon. So let's pop this back together. Right, so let's move all this aside. I have covered now, I think, all of the base options. There is a couple more base options in one of the kits, which I will get to in a moment. Now we have 2 different themes for you to choose from. Some of you may recognize this paper, and this is all brand new. Now the letterings and the stamps here, basically the stamp is out of stock, and I've used my own letterings here from my own stash. So if you see anything alphabet related, buy it. If you're into mini albums, scrapbooking, you'll find really handy alphabet dies and alphabet stickers. They are your best friends. Okay, let's start with the paper here. This is the Floral Ledger 12 by 12 pack. We have some returning favourites mixed in with these gorgeous ledger elements and patterns here, which ties in really nicely with the second option here of themes. So let's have a quick look through this. You will recognise some of these. You do get 32 single-sided sheets. They're 190 GSM. So I believe that's either 3 or 4 of each one. It's, yeah, 4 of each pattern. So we have the stripes there. We have this lovely paper print here with the lines. And then we have these returning hearts as well. These all work really well with both of the themes. That is the one thing that's great about this pad. It will work with this theme as all together, or moving over to the more grungy distressed look. And then we have this scrumpled up patterned paper. It's not really patterned, but it's a scrumpled up texture. That is really nice as well. And then we have this newsprint, which is it has basically a hue of blue, so it can tie in beautifully with the blues that are already in the patterned paper. And then this is one of my favorites. I do love this one. think it's so pretty and colourful. And then we have this grid ledger paper here, all 12 by 12 as well, so you will have plenty of offcuts and things to play with. There you go, 4 of those as well. I used this one to cover this wrapped cover there. And then we have this beautiful rainbow of colours just there, 4 of those as well. Now I did actually forget to mention the wrapped cover. Let's just quickly go back to this before we move over to the second theme. Let's grab this wrapped cover boards out again. Here we go. This is what the wrapped cover will look like with these pieces. So there is going to be a tutorial that will be released tomorrow on this channel, Helen Griffin UK, where I'll be showing you how to make the perfect wrapped cover. I'll be showing you how to do it with tools. I'll be showing you how to do it with just the scissors, and then I will also be showing you, if you make a mistake, how you can fix it. If you accidentally cut off too much on the corner there, I'm just going to show you exactly how you can just carry on and not scratch the project and start again. It's awful when you make a mistake when you're doing your wrapped covers, and it's absolutely fantastic if you can kind of salvage your project. So I'll be showing you all that in the first tutorial of the series. Right, now moving on to this beautiful theme here. I absolutely love this. This is going to be my nature journal, and we're going to be completing this together. This is going to be just an ongoing project that I can do within my lives as well. So I've had these signatures all stitched in. I've tea dyed them, so I've basically taken my individual papers. This is what they look like before, and you can soak them in tea water and dry them out, and then you have this beautiful, stunning, crinkly effect here. And I did actually go in with a bit of spray as well. I have some Distress Oxide spray in Vintage Photo. I have no idea where you can get this from now, perhaps maybe Amazon. This is fantastic for just adding some extra bits, and this envelope here we'll be getting to in just a moment. Kind of running out of space here. There is some lovely things here and a beautiful kit that you can work with as well. This all works perfectly with the mini album and the stitched in pages with the wrapped cover. Right, I'm just going to jump straight to the kit because this is super exciting. Now you do get a little journal in here as well that you can use to decorate with. Let's start off with this one. This measures, I don't know if it's a standard UK size of anything. It could be A6 or A7. Yeah, I think it's closer to A7, but it's 3.5 by 5 inches, and it's this beautiful little covered album here. Comes out just like that. So again, you've got some lovely grid pages here. If you do start filling it in and adding photos and ephemera, it will become a chunky monkey, and it will kind of be like a crocodile mouth like that once you start adding things in. So just bear that in mind. So I absolutely love that grid there. So if you just want to use it as just something to write in, that is perfect for that as well. So we also get these lovely little tweezers here for you to pick things up with. And then we have a choice here of 2 washi tapes. There we go. We have here the tape measure. If you can hear a funny noise, I think someone's power washing something outside. So we'll just bear with, And we have this lovely distressed and aged script as well. There's a few stamps on there too, so that is lovely. And then we have some little pads here. This one's got a little house on it, so these are absolutely perfect for just writing things down, a little saying or a little memory, and then you can pop that in your album. Again, this is going to look fantastic inside here, and this envelope is part of this kit as well. So we have some lovely tags here. If you haven't grabbed yourself a cup of tea, pause the video and go make yourself a drink, because there's lots to show you here. Right, so this is our beautiful little tags. Look at these, got birds on them, just lovely nature and stamps and newspaper things. and they do have little areas here. You will have to punch your own holes in. Just use a crocodile for that one, or if you have a little punch that does just the singular holes, that would be perfect as well. And I absolutely love these. Pop a little bit of twine through there and you have loads of little decorative ideas here. Okay, I'm going to jump straight into these butterflies now. These are so lovely, and there's a whole range here of different stickers, I believe these are. So you get a nice range here. Yep, so these are little vellum stickers, and I purposely have stopped decorating at the front of this album. I got to a stage where I'm like, yes, I really like this, but I do need to add a few more things. So during the live later today on this channel, I will be just finishing off the front of this album. So we've got some butterflies there, we've got some lovely nature and wildlife here. We've got the, I think that's a hare. It could be a bunny rabbit, could be a hare. More butterflies. Lots of butterflies here as well. If you love this sort of apothecary, vintage, oldie woldsy look, we have some bottles there, medicine bottles. Perfume, would that be perfume, or would those be, I don't know. It kind of looks like something of Alice in Wonderland, something that you'd smoke or something. Then we have a typewriter. There's more butterflies here. This reminds me of a stamp actually. And then there's a little label here that you can also add things to. If you want to add a date or something to your page, again, this is going to be perfect for journaling. So if you're doing travelers notebooks and things like that, it's going to be perfect for that as well. So loads of things in there. I think this kit might even need a whole video just for itself. So let's speed through the rest. So we have here some more pads. They're not sticky or anything, you can just tear them off at the top there, add them to your page. And then we have another one here as well. We've got the Eiffel Tower there and a ship. Lovely. And then we have a lot of loose things here as well, so these are going to be absolutely perfect for adding to your junk journaling again if you do that, or travelers notebooks. And this is like a junk journal, but without the junk pages. It's just tea dyed. So again, loads of things for you to play with here. And then we have some stickers. I'm going to go start putting stuff this side. And then we have some stickers here as well. Some of them are tabs. I did see some tabs in here. So we've got stamps, labels, posters. Yes, this little journal kit just keeps giving. There is so much in here. Right, so here are the envelopes. So they do come with the score lines on them as well. Just fold them up, and what I've done is I've actually stitched the envelope in there. And that is on its own little row here. I did punch a few too many holes. Never mind, I can cover that up. I'm not going to let that spoil it. So we got a choice here of 2 envelopes, and then we got loads of different size papers as well, which is exactly what I've used for the front of this album. I know Vicky has done that too. Absolutely beautiful. That's another one on the back there. You can have so much fun with all of this. Again, perfect if you're working in a smaller notebook as well, or if you're using a standard traveler's notebook size. These are going to be absolutely perfect as well. Blend it into the page with tea dyed stuff, or if you want to go in with some distress ink and just brown your page that way and distress it, then that is another thing, just to help these blend in as well. This is messy work if you want it to be messy, or if you're just limited to just the inks, just go ahead. And then we have some smaller squares here, and then we have some larger pieces here at the bottom. So these are what I've used it here, and Vicky has as well, just to cover the front and back as a page mat over our wrapped covers. So you've got the rose there, That's kind of like a chrysanthemum, I think. I don't know. And this is stunning. I absolutely love that one too. I've chosen that one for the front here. You can see just little bits of blue and aqua pointing through. Right, let's put this all back together. Right, I'm going to pop that aside there. Moving on, we have these lovely little envelopes. Now, I know Vicky has used some of hers, and I'll be using some of these in my live demos. Again, I'll be live today at 1 PM, and if you're watching this on a replay, the live will be there for you to watch straight after watching this. So we have a nice range here of little envelopes, and they do open up. Basically, just unroll those, and then you can pop your bits and bobs in there. And then just pop this under. These are held in with eyelets. There we go. And then just wrap that around. Super easy for securing your bits and bobs. There we go. So we've got a huge selection here to choose from. We've got some pockets. I'll get to those in a moment. We have some larger envelopes as well. Again, these are going to be perfect for adding to your mini albums. You can trim the sides off if you want to. If you don't really want to use this, you can just trim the end off here and then maybe pop a thumb hole in. So many ideas, the versatility with all of these. I mean, just get creative with it and have fun. And we've got some white ones there as well. And then we also have some pockets in white and also the craft. So I'll demonstrate with a craft pocket there and a white one. These are all white, and these just basically pop in there. There we go. So you can decorate those, you can ink the edges. Definitely get yourself a nice brush. I do have one just for my vintage photo. I have this one here and I have this one here. So this is great for like the smaller things like this. And then I like to use this one here. I don't think you can get these anymore, but VP is for vintage photo, and that is great for doing the larger areas. And then we have some washi tape. So I am actually playing with these right now. So these are clear, even though they're printed, they are the clear backgrounds as well. So these do peel. Okay, so these do peel and separate. So this one is pocket watches and gears. There's a couple of feathers on there as well. Now, have I used that one? I have. Oh, well, I've obviously used it. I think I used it on the envelopes for this one. And then it does come with a little bit of washi, kind of like a masking tape seal. I just trim that off and I'll just pop that there. I will probably end up using elastic bands to keep that secure. Then we have this beautiful floral one here with the birds. That's upside down. There we go. Isn't that stunning? Again, it's got the clear background as well. I think Vicky's used that one, or has she used the other one? No, I think she's used this one here. There we go. That one's got the birds on and the feathers. She's used that to cover her spine, and then she's secured each end with a bit of lace. So yeah, at the moment I'm just keeping them in this little plastic tub. And then this is how it comes actually. So you just peel that off. There we go, and then you can unravel that. And there we have this beautiful butterfly and pocket watch and roses. Lovely and floral there. And then last but not least, we have some returning favourites that also match the papers beautifully. So we have here some lovely decorations here from Vicky. So she's popped in at the medium album pages here, and then a stitched journal at the back there, and she's decorated this with the photo cards, so the journal pocket set as well, and as well as the washi tape as well. You get 4 sheets in there. So again, that works perfectly with the paper pad. Okay, so I think I've shown you everything now. If I have forgotten anything, it will be listed down below, and I'll also be getting to it in the live show later today at 1 PM. That's on the Helen Griffin UK channel, this one here, and also on Facebook, which is also Helen Griffin UK. You can find me over there. And yeah, in that live show, I'll be showing you exactly how to make the wrapped cover and adding your pages as well. So it could take me a little bit longer than an hour because it's more comprehensive. It's more of a masterclass. So make sure you've got your favourite drinks, your snacks and everything else. So at the moment, everything is now available on our new home, Craftworld. That is all linked down below. All the individual links for everything here is there. And yeah, make sure that you're following me on Helen Griffin UK on either here or on Facebook, and then you won't miss out on anything. Tutorials, they will be coming. So the first one will be out tomorrow, and it'll be the wrapped cover and also just how-tos basically. I will be covering in the live later today, but just to have your own condensed version so you're not flicking through the live and all the chit-chat, it's there as a condensed tutorial as well. That will be released tomorrow, and then after that we'll be doing the stitched pages. Right, I don't want to overload you with any more information. This is quite a long collection reveal, so I will see you all again later on. And again, if you're watching this after this has gone live, then basically you can watch the live straight after this one. So I will see you in either or. See you later. Bye.